Hello my dear students, welcome back to chemistry class data. So in the previous part we have seen about the oxidation reactions of aldehydes and ketones. In that topic, in the last class we have completed three types of oxidation reactions. Oxidation of aldehydes, oxidation of ketones, and one more is very important common reaction, haloform or iodoform reactions. Okay na beta? So in that oxidation topic, another continuation method, that is nothing but the fourth method, oxidation with selenium dioxide. So how does aldehydes and ketones undergoes oxidation with? The oxidizing agent is SeO2, selenium dioxide. Okay na beta? Right. First of all, I am going to show you the statement. So the statement is, so here in that aldehydes and ketones upon oxidation with selenium dioxide, what beta? Selenium dioxide, they changes into the, aldehydes and ketones are oxidized into the product. The products are known as dicarbonyl compounds. Which compounds beta? Dicarbonyl compounds. And also we can say that C double bond O form you are going to be get nana. But try to remember another name of this compound is called glyoxal. So glyoxals, and also we can say that dicarbonyl compounds. Okay, such products we are getting upon aldehydes and ketones oxidation with what nana? Selenium dioxide. So aldehydes and ketones upon oxidation with selenium dioxide, it going to be formed, the product is dicarbonyl compounds, and we can say that glyoxals. Okay beta. So first of all, in this reaction try to remember one more point. This point is very important to you. So that is nothing but the one note point. Try to consider maybe aldehyde or maybe ketone. Both are nothing but the carbonyl compounds. Carbonyl compound means they contains C double bond O group already. So C double bond O adjacent carbon is alpha carbon. So many times I have told you. So in this oxidation with selenium dioxide reaction, alpha CH2 group of aldehydes and ketones converted into the, and also we can say that alpha CH2 group oxidizes to C double bond O group, nana. So alpha CH2 oxidizes into C double bond O group. That is the main thing in this selenium dioxide reaction. Okay na? Remaining everything we have to be right, same from reactant to product. Just alpha CH2 group we have to convert into C double bond O. That is alpha. Okay, reaction. So let me give one example by taking aldehyde. The best example I am going to be consider, that is nothing but acetaldehyde. What is the formula of acetaldehyde? CH3CHO. For our convenience, I am going to be write like that. H bonded to CH2, CH2 bonded to C double bond O, C double bond O bonded to H. So this is looking like, actually what is the formula of acetaldehyde? CH3CHO. CH3 means here only CH2 is there. So here it may connected to one more hydrogen. No problem na? Because of course we won't require entire CH3. We want alpha CH2 group. So actually here CH3 is there. I have converted into CH2 form. No problem. CH3CHO. Name of this compound is called acetaldehyde. And this is the functional group CHO group. Adjacent carbon is alpha carbon. Alpha place CH2 is there. So aldehydes upon oxidation with, can formaldehyde undergoes oxidation with one selenium dioxide? Formaldehyde do not undergoes because of in formaldehyde alpha CH2 is not there. Okay beta. Acetaldehyde upon oxidation with selenium dioxide, that is nothing but the SeO2. So just try to remember what I have told you. Alpha CH2 group must be oxidized into C double bond O. In the place of CH2, we have to write C double bond O. H bonded to CH2 alpha changes into the C double bond O. Is I'm going to write C double bond O. Alpha CH2 changes into C double bond O. Clear. Remaining group C double bond O H is C double bond O H. Okay, na. Sir, how that? Okay, so what we have to do in alpha CH2? Two hydrogens are there. Such two hydrogens takes one oxygen from SeO2 and removed in the form of water molecule. So in SeO2, how many oxygen atoms are there? Two oxygens are there. One attacks upon alpha, changes into C double bond O. One more oxygen removed in the form of water molecule. So remaining what will be free selenium atom. So यहाँ पर selenium अपन separately करके लिख देना in the form of elemental form. I mean free form. Okay, beta? Good. So what is the name of this compound? CHO bond CHO. Yes, we have. Okay, now we have seen in the first year, Nana. CHO bonded to CHO. What is the name of this compound? It is known as glyaxal. Yes or no, beta? Yeah. So what is the name of this compound? Yes, it is known as glyaxal. And also we can say that C double bond O is carbonyl. C double bond O is carbonyl. How many carbonyl groups are there? Two carbonyl groups are there. So we can say that dicarbonyl compounds. Otherwise we can say glyaxal. I hope you understand. Good then. So another example I'm going to give you by taking ketones. First suppose, again same thing, ketone formula, CH3 bond, C double bond O bonded to CH3. CH3 that we are going to convert in the form of HCH2. CH3 and a beta. Good. So what we can write now? H bonded to CH2. H bonded to CH2 means overall we can say CH3 only. Yes, beta. Again it connected to C double bond O. C double bond O bonded to CH3. CH3 C double bond O CH3. Compound name is acetone. So acetone upon oxidation with selenium dioxide, that is nothing but the SeO2. Again same thing, alpha CH2 oxidizes into the C double bond O group. Everything will be same now. Just alpha CH2 we have to convert it to C double bond O group. Okay, H bonded to CH2 means CH2 changes into C double bond O. That oxygen taken from selenium dioxide. Remaining C double bond O CH3, that we have to be write as it is C double bond O bonded to CH3. At a time you don't need to convert to alpha CH2. Just one alpha CH2 changes into the okay na C double bond O group na. Again by using this alpha CH2 also you will get the same product. Okay na? Good. So next one same thing again. Two hydrogens takes one oxygen from selenium dioxide removed in the form of water molecule and remaining is nothing but elemental selenium. So this is what is the compound name? CHO bond CHO. Compound name is called glyaxal. What about this name? Same like CHO bond C double bond OH. Both are same beta, but in place of H here CH3 is there. So hydrogen replaced by methyl. We can say methyl glyaxal. So name of this product is called methyl glyaxal. What is the product beta? Methyl glyaxal. Like that we have to be right. Okay, fine. Next, so how does aldehydes and ketones undergo nana? Just alpha CH2 group oxidizes into C double bond O. So you are getting dicarbonyl compounds and simply we can say that glyaxals or substituted glyaxal. Okay, beta, good. So on the basis of this reaction, I want to give you one question. Question is CH3 bonded to C double bond O, again bonded to CH2, again bonded to CH3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is nothing but butane, 2-one. Otherwise simply we can say that 2-butanone. 2-butanone. Okay, na beta? Yes. So 2-butanone upon oxidation with selenium dioxide. It's going to be from the two products, what is X and what is Y. Sir, why? How can you get two products? Listen Nana, here two alphas are there, both alpha CH3 same. Here Nana, alpha is CH3, alpha is CH2. Both alphas are same, two alphas are different. So you will get the two products. But in the two product, which one is major, which one is minor? That we are going to be decide. Are you ready? Yes. So first of all, listen carefully. This is the functional group, C double bond O. Adjacent is alpha, adjacent is beta. Beta we don't want. Again C double bond O adjacent is alpha. So how many alpha carbons are there? 2 alpha carbons are there. So this is alpha CH2, this is alpha CH3. CH3 means we can write H bonded to CH2, no problem. Anyway 2 alpha carbons are there. So we will give the 2 product, one from alpha, one more from alpha prime. To show the variation, you denote one is alpha, one more is alpha prime. Okay na? Right. So first of all I want to write the product. The product is from alpha. Okay na? So by using alpha carbon, what is the product? By using alpha prime carbon, what will be the product? So alpha carbon, just alpha CH2 changes into C double bond O, everything will be same. Okay, CH3 bonded to C double bond O. This is alpha product, means alpha CH2 changes into C double bond O group. So alpha CH2 place में क्या लिखना बेटा? We have to write C double bond O group. Alpha CH2 changes into C double bond O, but one more methyl is there na? Yes, I am going to write that it is nothing but the second methyl. Okay na beta? Good. Now I am going to write another product. You suppose that is nothing but the alpha prime, or you can say it is nothing but alpha, it is nothing but alpha prime, X and Y. Okay na? No problem. Right. So how you are going to get the alpha prime? In that alpha prime, CH3 is there. CH3 means H bonded to CH2. So H bonded to CH2 means again CH2 changes into C double bond O. So H bonded to C double bond O means alpha CH2 changes into C double bond O group. Remaining is same, C double bond O CH2 CH3. C double bond O CH2 CH3. Right. Now we are going to write the product. What are the products? C double bond O, C double bond O. This is glyoxal. One methyl, methyl glyoxal. But here how many methyl? 2 methyl. So dimethyl glyoxal. Yes, the name of this product is called dimethyl glyoxal. What about second one? CHO, CHO. This is glyoxal, C double bond O, C double bond O, glyoxal. But which glyoxal? CH3, CH2 means ethyl glyoxal. So second product is here what Nana? Ethyl glyoxal. Ethyl glyoxal. Okay na? Very important for objective point of view. Nana. Now question is, in the 2 X and Y products, which one is major, which one is minor? That you have to be decided. Listen carefully. So C double bond O adjacent is, again you have to say that alpha. C double bond O adjacent is, again you have to say that alpha. Total how many alpha carbons are there? 2 alpha carbons are there. How many alpha hydrogens are there? 6 alpha hydrogens are there. So number of hyperconjugative or resonance structures equals to number of alpha hydrogen plus 1. This formula we have to be applied. So how many alpha hydrogens are there? 6. 6 plus 1. So total we can write 7 hyperconjugative resonance structures. What about using this? Okay, this is C double bond O, side में no more alpha carbon. This is C double bond O, side is only one alpha carbon. Alpha carbon contain only 2 hydrogen atoms. So 2 plus 1, total how many resonance? So by using second one, we can write 3 resonance. By using first one, we can write 7 resonance. And we can say one more thing. C double bond O contain 2 side chain, but here C double bond O contain only 1 side chain. As number of alkyl side chain goes to be increases, stability will be more. Okay na beta? So dimethyl glyoxal, first one is major and second one is nothing but what Nana? Minor. On the basis of alpha hydrogen only, we have to decide the stability of the carbonyl compounds. Okay beta? Fine. Last and final question in this topic is here one question I am going to write that I am going to provide the compound is cyclohexanone. Cyclohexane plus one, cyclohexanone. Cyclohexanone upon oxidation with selenium dioxide. So what is your product? This is the question I am going to ask you. Okay, come on, say the answer. C double bond O, adjacent is alpha, adjacent is alpha. Alpha is CH2, alpha is CH2. Means both alphas are same, so you can get only one product. So this alpha position, what is the position? CH2. So alpha CH2 changes into C double bond O. Everything will be same beta. So what we can write now? Answer is again same thing. Cyclohexane ring I have taken, above plane, double bond O group is there, such okay na group I have written as it is, and alpha plus CH2 is there, such alpha CH2 changes into C double bond O. Okay na. So cyclohexane 1-one changes into cyclohexane 1,2 dione. Whatever that may be, C double bond O, C double bond O, it is in the form of like this, means we have to say the clay axons. I hope you understand the story clearly now. Okay, na? Just another type of reaction I am going to give you. But that reaction was very, very, very important for objective point of view. NEET and CET, our green important topic. Okay, for Xenian's point of view also. Right. What is the type 2 reaction? That is nothing but type 5th reaction. Very, very important, Nana. Reaction name is called Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. So what is meant by Baeyer-Villiger oxidation? That we are going to be discussing now. Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. Right. What is mean by Baeyer-Villiger oxidation? In this Baeyer-Villiger oxidation, Baeyer-Villiger or Baeyer-Villiger as a wish name. How does aldehydes and ketones undergoes oxidation? It is a reaction only very, very important for objective point of view. First of all, I am going to show the statement by using aldehyde. Because of this is not common for aldehyde and ketone. For aldehyde, one type of product, from ketone you will get another product. Okay? Yeah, first of all, I am going to consider that aldehyde. Statement is aldehydes upon oxidation with aldehydes upon oxidation, addition of oxygen takes place in presence of. Sir, how to identify the Baeyer-Villiger oxidation? On the arrow mark, there should be one reagent. The reagent is peracids. What, Nana? Peracids. That condition should be mentioned upon the arrow mark. Okay, now from the aldehydes and ketones, that is the indicator for Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. Okay, fine. So what is the reagent or catalyst we are going to be using, Nana? Peracids. What we are going to use? Peracids. This is the main thing. So aldehydes upon oxidation in presence of peracids, they are going to be from the product. The products are nothing but the carboxylic acids. Which acids, Nana? Carboxylic acids. So aldehydes upon oxidation on oxidation with peracids, they are going to be from the product is nothing but carboxylic acids. I will tell you, don't worry. So what is meant by peracids? I will give you some list of peracid compounds. Just try to remember the word peracid. Okay? Right. So I am going to show you one example first of all. Listen carefully. Before going to give you the example, directly अपन पहले peracid का information discuss करेंगे. So commonly used peracids in Baeyer-Villiger oxidation reaction. Okay, na? Number one is H2SO5. H2SO5, we can say that it is known as Carros acid. Yes, you know this name and formula very well. What is the name of Carros acid? Peroxymonosulfuric acid. Peroxymonosulfuric acid. And also we can say that peracid, or we can say permonosulfuric acid. Peroxy or per, as you wish. Next compound I am going to be write that, for suppose CH3 bonded to COOH, acetic acid. You have to add one more extra oxygen. So we can say that CH3 CO3H. Actually, what is the formula of acetic acid? CH3 CO2H, 2 oxygen, but here 3 oxygens are there. CH3 CO3H, it is known as peracetic acid, and also we can say that peroxyacetic acid. Next compound I am going to be write that CF3 CO3H. This is peracetic acid. Okay, now in the place of H3 I have written CF3, means per trifluoroacetic acid. This is peracetic acid. This is what, Nana? Per trifluoroacetic acid. And next one is nothing but I am going to write that C6H5 bonded to CO3H. Looking like benzoic acid, but वहाँ पर 2 oxygen, here 3 oxygens are there. So we can say that name of this compound is called PBA, means perbenzoic acid, or you can say peroxybenzoic acid. Next reagent also you can write, Nana. Yes, यहाँ पर benzene is there. Benzene connected to CO3H. Same like above compound, perbenzoic acid. This is orthoplase, this is metaplase. So metaplase Cl. So name of this compound is called MCPBA, means metachloroperbenzoic acid. Metachloroperbenzoic acid. This is the name of MCPBA, because of on the arrow mark they are going to mention like this short names, Nana. Otherwise sometimes they can give you the formulas also. Okay, so any one peracid you can use in Baeyer-Villiger oxidation reaction. I hope you understand. Good. Now I am going to start the reaction. Aldehydes upon oxidation with peracids changes into the product is carboxylic acids. So reaction is, what is the formula of aldehyde? R bonded to CHO. R bonded to CHO. So name of this compound is nothing but what, beta? Aldehyde. Aldehydes upon oxidation, addition of free oxygen will be takes place. Addition of free oxygen, that free oxygen was given by the oxidizing agent, that is nothing but peracid. You can consider any one peracid. First suppose I am going to write that CF3 CO3H, means per trifluoroacetic acid. Okay na beta? Yeah, aldehydes are changes into the what, Nana? Carboxylic acid, means CHO becomes COOH. CHO group just changes into COOH. So what is the product, Nana, here? Product is nothing but carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid. So aldehydes upon oxidation in presence of peracids, they are going to be converted into the product, that is nothing but carboxylic acids. Okay, fine. First suppose R replaced by CH3, you can say acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde changes into acetic acid. R replaced by C6H5, benzaldehyde, it changes into benzoic acid. Like that infinity products you can prepare, Nana. Okay, good. So next reaction I am going to say that by using ketone. So statement is, ketones upon oxidation with peracids. Ketones upon oxidation in presence of peracids, but here you won't get the carboxylic acid. Very interesting and very important product. It is known as ester. So aldehydes upon oxidation with peracid gives carboxylic acids, but ketones upon oxidation with peracid gives esters. Very, very, very important reaction. Sir, how? Yes. Ketone, what is the general formula? R bonded to C double bond O, C double bond O bonded to R. Name of this product is nothing but ketone. Ketone upon oxidation, again oxidation takes place by using any one peracid you can use, Nana. First suppose CF3 CO3H. CF3 CO3H, means we can say per trifluoroacetic acid. Now same thing, Nana. Dead easy, product is ester, but how we will get the product? You have to write easily, Nana. Between carbonyl carbon and alkyl group, insertion of oxygen will be takes place. Bas itna, insertion of oxygen, I mean addition of oxygen. Okay, beta. So what will be the product? R bonded to C double bond O. Between carbonyl carbon and alkyl group, oxygen insertion will be takes place. Okay, oxygen insertion was over between carbonyl carbon and R group. Yes, this is the R group. So R bonded to C double bond O, C double bond O bonded to R, O bonded to R nano. So what is the name of this product? Name of this product is called ester. I hope you understand. So what we have to do, simply by using per acids, because of their oxidizing acids, they will provide the oxygen. That oxygen we have to be insert between the carbonyl carbon and alkyl group. Okay now. Right. Next one is, here I am going to say one example. First suppose example 1 is CH3 bonded to C double bond O bonded to CH3. Insertion of oxygen will be takes place by using trifluoroacetic acid, or we can say that CF3CO3H. Simply we can say peracetic acid, no problem, CF3 or CH3 nana. And insertion of oxygen will be takes place, means CH3 bonded to C double bond O. Between carbonyl carbon and methyl group, insertion of oxygen will be takes place. Again, last one is methyl group is there. So what is the name of this compound? Acetone. In presence of per acids, it changes into ester. Which type of ester? The name of ester is called. So the rounded is nothing but side chain. You suppose this is nothing but methyl. Remaining 2 carbons, CH3COO, acetate ion. So we can say methyl acetate. It is an example of what, Nana? Ester. Okay, all of you? Good. Now listen, all of you. This is very important for you, Nana. Note point. So the note point is, actually in this ketone reaction what we are doing, oxygen insertion will be takes place. But condition is where we have to insert the oxygen. Oxygen को अपन कहाँ पर insert करना पड़ेगा? This is important. Okay, condition is oxygen is inserted. Oxygen atom is inserted. That oxygen atom was coming from where? Coming from the per acids. So oxygen is inserted between carbonyl carbon and larger alkyl group. This is the condition. Focus on larger alkyl group. Now I am going to show you one example. Here are same, CH3, CH3 same, no one is larger, both are same, Nana. But I will show you one example now. Okay? On the basis of this example 1, CH3 bonded to C double bond O, again bonded to CH2, again bonded to CH3. One side methyl group is there, simple group. One more side ethyl group is there, somewhat larger group. I hope you understand. So where we have to insert the oxygen? We have to insert the oxygen between carbonyl carbon and larger alkyl group. So between larger and between carbonyl, in between these two, at this place we have to be insert the oxygen. I hope you understand. Okay, fine. So reaction will be takes place. Okay, insertion of oxygen by using CF3CO3H. Otherwise you can write CH3CO3H. No problem, as you wish. CH3 is a smaller group. Here oxygen should not be inserted. So CH3 bond, C double bond O. Yes, I am going to be write this as it is. Next, and this is bulky alkyl group and this is carbonyl carbon. In between these two, oxygen insertion will be takes place. So simply you have to write O. After that, CH2 bonded to CH3. Yes, I hope you understand. Now, what is the name of this compound? Ethyl methyl ketone. One side ethyl group, one more side methyl group, and the functional group is a C double bond O means ketone. Ethyl methyl ketone upon oxidation in place of per acids changes into the product is CH3CH2. This is the side chain. Now per side chain is methyl, here the side chain is ethyl. Ethyl. Remaining CH3COO means we can say that acetate ion. Ethyl acetate. Will you write another product based on the same reaction? I want to give, okay, now give you one question. Yes. Example, and also we can say one question form. CH3 bonded to C double bond O, C double bond O bonded to C. C in bracket में you suppose it was connected to 3 methyl groups. Means one side is tertiary butyl, one more side is methyl. Okay na? So tertiary butyl, methyl ketone, tertiary butyl, 3 carbon and one more 4 carbon, tertiary butyl, methyl ketone. No problem na beta? Right. It upon oxidation takes place, okay na, by using what na, per acids. You can write any one example, CH3CO3H. One is methyl, simple group, one more is tertiary butyl, larger alkyl group. So oxygen initiation takes place between methyl to carbon or tertiary butyl to carbon beta. Yes, tertiary butyl to carbon, because of this is the bulky group nana. So what we can write now, CH3 bonded to C double bond O. After carbonyl, okay na, carbon, we have to insert the oxygen, because of after that larger group is there, that is nothing but what na, C in bracket mein CH3 taken thrice. Okay, so what is the name of this compound? Tertiary butyl methyl ether. Tertiary butyl. Remaining compound is nothing but looking like acetate. Tertiary butyl acetate. And next another question I am going to give you, Nana. First suppose CH3 bonded to C double bond O. C double bond O bonded to C6H5, otherwise you can write that directly benzene. What is the name of this compound? As your well-known example, it is known as acetophenone. Benzene bonded to C double bond O, CH3. Again same thing, upon arrow mark I have given to you, that is nothing but the CF3CO3H. So just they won't provide the oxygen, Nana. By seeing this reagent only we have to say that per acids they will provide the oxygen, and here they will give the question mark. So what will be your answer? Insertion of oxygen takes place between methyl to carbon. No beta, methyl is simple group, benzene is bulky group. So benzene, between benzene and carbon we have to be insert. So answer is CH3 bonded to C double bond O. Again यहाँ पर क्या लिखना बेटा O. After that we have to be read that C6H5. Otherwise we can say that benzene. Okay, all of you. So what is the name of this compound? This is phenyl group. Yes, phenyl. Remaining is nothing but acetate, and also we can say IUPAC name is nothing but ethanoate. Phenyl ethanoate. Okay, next question I am going to read that. Yes, cyclohexanone ring I have given to you. Cyclohexanone. Cyclohexanone, upon the arrow mark they have given that CF3CO3H. So what happens when cyclohexanone undergo reaction with peracid? Again, what about that may be, Nana? Insertion of oxygen. Where we have to insert the oxygen? Between carbonyl carbon and next adjacent alpha carbon. Carbonyl carbon, next adjacent alpha carbon. Between these two, here only we have to insert the oxygen. Beach me. Means after insertion of oxygen, 6-membered ring becomes 7-membered ring. Like this. After insertion of oxygen, where we have to insert the oxygen? Between carbonyl carbon. Yes, between carbonyl carbon. This is the carbonyl carbon. And next to carbon, here those are the same chain. So simply we can consider this is nothing but CH2 between alkyl carbon and C double bond O. Insertion of oxygen will be takes place. Okay, 6-membered ring. It was converted into 7-membered ring. Yes, it is also known as what? C double bond O OC. Means we can prepare the cyclic ester. I hope you understand. Last and final question, beta. Next question is, it is a question repeated in objective exam. Now I have taken cyclopentanone, this is cyclohexanone, this is cyclohexanone changes into 7-membered ring, cyclopentanone changes into 5-membered ring. But one more twist is, here they have given CH3 group, means 2-methyl cyclohexanone. 2-methyl cyclohexanone. So upon the arrow mark they have given that peracid CH3CO3H, and what will be the product? Actually in this reaction we are getting two products, X and Y. Why you are getting two products? Because of C double bond O one side, carbon connected to methyl, but one more side carbon contain only hydrogens only. So with respect to 2 alpha carbons are there, we will get the 2 products. First, suppose insertion of oxygen takes place between carbonyl carbon and larger alkyl group. Anyway, 5 membered becomes 6 membered. Yes, 5 membered ring becomes 6 membered ring after insertion of oxygen atom. Fine, huh? Good. So oxygen inserted, next carbon carry na padega, C double bond O, okay, C double bond O, and one more side C connected to CH3, one more side C connected to CH3. This is your major product because of insertion of oxygen takes place between carbonyl carbon and larger alkyl group. And one more product is nothing but byproduct, Nana. So how to get the byproduct? First, suppose insertion of oxygen takes place between carbonyl carbon and smaller alkyl group. Again same thing here also you will get the which membered ring? Same beta, 6 membered ring here also we are going to be get that. Yes, this is the 6 membered ring because of oxygen inserted towards the left side. Oxygen connected, next carbon contains C double bond O, okay, next contains C double bond O. And one more side simple group is there, that is nothing but CH2. So C double bond O next carbon connected to CH3, C double bond O next carbon connected to CH3, okay. But you see these 2 products, oxygen insertion between carbonyl carbon and larger alkyl group. Oxygen insertion takes place between carbonyl carbon and smaller alkyl group. This is simple alkyl group, this is larger alkyl group. So this is the major product and second one is nothing but what, Nana? Minor product. I hope you understand the story clearly. Okay, na beta? Good. So in the next class we are going to discuss about the another 3 types of oxidation reactions are there. They are very important for theory exam. Already I have given some introduction about them. One is Tollens reagent, Fehling's reagent, Benedict reagent, and one more is Schiff's reagent. So how these 4 types of reagents shows reaction with aldehydes and why they don't show reaction with ketones, okay, now in the form of identification, okay, now in the form of distinguishing method we are going to be discussed in the tomorrow's class. So don't miss, and that was very important for you. Okay na beta? But aaj ka class mostly it was important for objective point of view. Okay na beta? Good.